So, welcome to everyone this morning, and so nice to be with you and to start the week together, at least start the Tuesday part of the week together. This is our Mind the Moment's Tuesday morning gathering, brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare and Tufts Health Plan. Those of you that has joined us before know that this is a place where we invite experienced mindfulness instructors to speak with us about what mindfulness means to them, and to discuss as a community how we can incorporate these practices into our daily lives. I'm Suzanne Rowe Palacino. So happy to be here this morning with Christine O'Shaughnessy, instructor with Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare's mindfulness program. Good morning, Christine.
Good morning, Suzanne. Thank you for having me.
So nice to have you here. And nice to have all of our folks here joining. If anyone's new, a special welcome to you, and absolutely another special welcome for our regulars who we so happy to have on during these sessions on Tuesdays. So for anyone that's new, we'll start, Christine will offer a question for the group this morning. And then she'll share a few thoughts with us and go right into a 12-minute guided meditation practice. For anyone that's never meditated before, no problem. There'll be guidance throughout. There will be some times of silence as well, just to get you used to that. But we will take you through the whole meditation together as a group. After that, we'll have some time for questions. So if you go to the bottom of your Zoom screen and open up your chat, and then you'll see at the bottom the blue drop-down menu that says hosts and panelists. Just click on that. You can change that to everyone, and then everyone can see your comments as they come in. So with that, Christine, what is the question you have for our group this morning?
So the question today is, what would it be like to not know what your practice is going to be like today? And this is the concept of the don't know mind. What would it be like not to know what your practice would be like? So often we're hoping for an outcome from our practice. We think that we're able to direct it. What would it be like to just rest in not knowing what will the practice be like today for you?
Okay, just share that in the chat. And so, that theme is something that Christine talked about sharing this morning with us. And I thought, gosh, it's got so much to it, but just, we tend to think about the future, think about the past. What would it be like? Just type in the chat to let go and feel what it was like to not know, even about the next few moments here together. Yeah, freeing, peace and comfort. Just want a respite from the crazy stuff in my life. Uncertain and okay. Just happy to be here. Yeah. When I think about that, I think it can be a little, maybe it's definitely freeing, but also a little bit, yeah, like unnerving. Anne's mentioned that. I like to know what's coming my way. I'm in a similar way, but at the same time, if I guess if we're just thinking about meditation, it's an easier way to think about it. Like, it's not like you're walking down the street and you don't know what's going to happen. At least we're sitting here with a comfortable community. But yeah, I get that. Oh. Well, it's nice to be here together. So
Yeah. And Janice, I like your response. Just hearing the question reminds me to relax. So sometimes it's just these gentle reminders, are what we need to bring us right into the present moment. All right, I don't need to know that. I don't have to control that for right now.
Yeah, it's almost like, when you're listening to a talk or involved in something, you kind of lean forward in anticipation, but it almost gives you the chance to lean back.
Yeah.
Just rest in it. Just like, okay, Someone else has the wheel today.
At least for the next 12 minutes.
Right, exactly.
That's great.
I just assume I'll be safe, so whatever happens is okay. I don't project an outcome. We have days filled with expectation, and this time together, it's lovely to let go of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
for sure.
So, a little bit about the practice before I begin. I'm going to invite you as you practice to notice when your mind goes into something, whether it's planning your day ahead, reflecting on something someone said to you that you're still trying to figure out the meaning, questioning if you're doing the practice right. And every time your mind goes away from the present moment, the breath and the body, you're going to just silently say to yourself, don't know, and then come back. We tend to have such fixed views, opinions, perceptions. The mind can get really distorted sometimes in our own internal spinning and thought processing and trying to control, fix, or solve. So, this is just an opportunity without judgment to just notice the mind's tendency to do this and label it. Don't know. What would it be like not to know what's going to happen in this presentation I have? Or maybe you have a review coming up, don't know what is going to be shared with me, right? There's so many uncertain moments in life. Can we rest in not knowing the outcome? And seeing if we can invite the mind to settle. And there can be bigger questions too that sometimes come into the mind, like, where did life come from? Don't know.
Yeah.
What's going to happen in 2024? Don't know, right? Sometimes we're so busy projecting that far out, we're missing right now, this moment. What's going to happen this summer on my vacation? Don't know. So that's our practice for today. Have fun with it. Be curious, open, and receptive to whatever's happening in the body and mind as you practice. And as always, inviting you to have an open heart, an open mind. So our practice, when we can rest in that place of compassion for ourselves, loving kindness for ourselves, it's also easier for the mind to open and let go. With that, we're going to begin.
Okay.
Okay, so getting comfortable in your seat. And for the practice, you're welcome to have your eyes open or closed, whatever feels supportive for you. If your eyes are open, I invite you to just have your gaze downward and soft so you're not staring at the screen. You're also welcome to take the practice standing. If you sit all day, standing is a wonderful way to practice. So let's begin. Taking a moment to just feel your feet connecting to the floor, feeling your whole body sitting here. Taking a moment to align the body in whatever way feels supportive for you. Feeling a gentle uplifting quality in the spine as you invite your shoulders to soften and feeling the jaw begin to release. Allowing your arms and legs to feel heavy and weighted. Feeling the support of a surface beneath you. Sensing your body from head to toe. And sensing the space around your body. Noticing the temperature of the space. And inviting your attention to rest on the breath. Feeling the ease of the breath coming in and going out. You may enjoy connecting with the beginning of the next breath coming in and honoring the ending of the out breath. Feeling the beginning of the next breath, honoring the ending. Resting in the beginning and endings of our breath reminds us of this sense of impermanence. Everything comes and goes. Thoughts, feeling tones in the body, moods, and mind states. It's all impermanent. Yet the mind sometimes wants to know, wants to control, plan, ruminate, or obsess on something. In this practice today, when you notice your mind going into thought, making a soft mental note, don't know, and come back to the breath. Or if you prefer, your object of focus for your meditation may be feeling your hands, feeling your feet, lips, a touch point, a reminder to come back. And allowing the body, mind, and heart to settle. Being aware of all thoughts and opinions you have of how things should be or how you want them to be. Notice any inner or outer conflicts in the mind or body. And then resting in don't know. Knowing what this next breath will bring. Or the practice today. resting in the truth of the don't know mind. There's so much we don't know. Can we release back into not knowing with ease, contentment, equanimity? Resting back in not knowing when the practice will end, not knowing what your day will be like. Resting back into the body, into the breath, into this present moment. And then beginning to allow your awareness to rest in sound, noticing sounds inside or outside of the room that you're in, and gently tracking the sound of the bells all the way to the end. And when you're ready, gently coming back, allowing the eyes to open if they were closed, moving in whatever way feels comfortable for you, and notice how you feel. What does it feel like to rest in not knowing? Easier, more relaxed? Maybe you noticed more gripping, just being curious.
Thank you so much, Christine.
Welcome.
It really, I found, I mentioned to you earlier that I felt like this is a practice I really was looking forward to doing, just because it's that release of expectation can be, it can be a stress release in our lives. When you mentioned during the meditation that not knowing what your day is going to be like, yeah, it was really interesting, like.
Yeah, it brings it right to this moment.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've made plans for our day, so we know to a certain extent what it's going to be like. But, what's a positive is that we're starting our day this way as well, So
Yes.
thank you for that.
For me, I use the don't know practice all the time when I notice my mind is gripping, clinging, attached. It's don't know. So I use the phrase not just in my practice, moment to moment. And noticing Sheila's comment, curious about tips to stop gripping, right? So that gripping muscles, that's that contraction. And it's really questioning kind of what's underneath that. Am I gripping because of anticipation of what's to come? Is it, it's really just looking at what are you sitting with and inviting the muscles to not have to hold all of it, right? The muscles don't have to brace and be ready for whatever impact we're waiting for. Can the muscles just not know? Like we can bring it into everything. So sometimes that gripping's like an armor, a protection, and we're walking around like that all day. And our practice gives us an opportunity to see that. And maybe it's that controlling mind, that having to know, planning, that's a certain push energy. It can cause gripping in the body for some. So even that, inviting the muscles to let go, to not know what's coming.
Yeah. And that gentle body scan can help with that too, Sheila. I feel like there's certain muscles that we grip, like our jaw, our the on like a lower back, our stomach. We're so used to sucking in our stomachs. Um, so it's a
Yeah.
great question. Yeah,
And
Janice mentioned that new respect for the two words. Yeah, it does give us a lot of agency, doesn't it? Like we do have a choice whether to follow that rabbit hole to rumination or just, maybe just give a pause. Yeah.
I was sharing with Suzanne before we began, I have situations arising over the next 2 weeks that my mind wants to know the outcome. And it's so helpful to just rest in that not knowing and understand what I'm clinging to and wanting. So we see the momentum of the mind and what's causing that gripping. And then we rest and don't know. And for me, it's a joyous event, but I don't know what's going to happen in some certain situations around it. So even when it's something joyful, right, the mind still has expectations or wants, whether it's a wedding, a bridal shower, a graduation, there's always these expectations. Can we let go of that? Don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives us another option, another tool in our tool bag, which is always so, so helpful. So thank you, Christine, for that.
You're welcome.
And Janice just mentioning how it helped get out of past memories. So it's not just thinking about the future, but it's also, yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, I was going through that recently myself. Like, what if this happened? Would that have changed our circumstances? It's so easy to get into that. I had a teacher, my very first meditation teacher, who was of the Tibetan lineage, and that's a very big practice, the don't know mind practice. And she used to tell me as I was breathing on the in breath to say, clear mind, clear mind, clear mind as I'm breathing in, and then don't know on the out breath. And clear mind, clear mind. So it was a little bit of a mantra for me when I first started meditating. Like I just felt like my mind was going, but if I was able to just use that mantra,
I like that.
yeah, it just helped me, bring my mind back at the same time as clearing my mind, and clearing it as much as one can, right? So just
Beautiful, because it's bringing the teaching into the practice, right? That don't know teaching, which I think helps to fuel our practice when it's grounded in the teachings of the traditions.
yes, for sure. Well, thank you again, Christine. Just a really, really helpful practice for all of us. All of us cling to these expectations, either from the past or the future. So really helpful to start our day in this way. So we're so happy to have you here joining. And yeah, so I agree, a great way to start the day. So thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Yes. Wonderful day, and join tomorrow if you wish. We'll be here for our Wednesday Zoom meeting format. So looking forward to seeing you. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.